Oh, jeez. Welcome back to episode 18 of Whatever Civilization Started Over in Europe. Or at 19, whatever episode it is. But, today we are going to be focusing on many things in this series. As if we look over here, had recently had, forceful removal of people of this culture. Basically, genocides as also in the into this region over here as well. Though this purple country accepts most of these religions, they actually prefer the brown team religion, surprisingly. Though most of their people in their country is of brown team descent, and most of their population is in the brown team religion or brown religion. Now we're going to be updating the religion map of where we will have the green team. Boom. What? Okay, cancel. I have no idea what just happened. So I'm gonna just fix this. There we go. Now we're gonna see the purple religion continue to dominate all the way down here, where they will completely block off most of the people who practice the pink religion. And so now they're all the way condensed down here, and yeah, it's not gonna go well for them, as we will also see the purple religion being enforced all the way up here. So yeah, we will continue to see the religion forced onto other people all the way throughout these regions over here. Until now it looks like this. And all the way down here, this is what the purple religion now looks like. It's basically has taken over the entire region down here. And there's only 3 major cities left that have beliefs in this region. And speaking of terrorizing and genocide of religion, all the way over here, now it's just mostly purple religion now. The purple ethnicity, purple beliefs. I don't know, but most of this is now just purple. And now we'll see the full removal of the green religion in this country, as they'll also fully remove all of the pink religion off of the pink out of the green team. Which, despite how close it is between purple and Tibetan purple, they still don't like it. So yeah, it is going to be a little harder to get rid of the brown religion, as they have held themselves over here in this region for centuries. So there's a lot of cultural beliefs. So yeah, also I did not mention the leader of this country is a military general during the Civil War. So that's that. And this is when they'll finally have almost full control of the entirety of the brown religion in this country. As this is what's left, and they get rid of this pocket, which soon this pocket becomes purple. And speaking of even more religion being removed, yeah, it's not gonna go well for this universe if religion continues down this route, as they will completely remove all religion over here, which would make them look like this. And if we look a little bit south, they're gonna remove all coastal area down here from the purple religion. Yeah, purple religion down here has been fully eradicated. And as you can tell, things are not going to go well if we look at this country on the main map. This country and the Saudi Arabian country, which is very diverse, which they're not planning on removing any religions in this world. As if we look up here, the green religion though is yeah, yeah, as they'll fully make an entire giant line between the pink and the, or just the pink religion, which would make them this large, and they'll go ahead and get rid of this entire pocket, along with most of the pockets up here, which would look up like this now. So yeah, this is what the pink religion is going to look like shortly after. Yeah, yeah. As they'll fully get rid of all the religion over here. The green one, on the other hand, they're pretty chill with. They're like, sure, but we're just gonna. They're still removing a lot of their people over here. They're a lot more chill with the green team religion because it actually is really close to the pink team, despite colors. They're actually pretty close in religion. Now, if we look at this country, the Central Asian country, they're actually pretty diverse in religion. We got the blue religion, the tan religion, the red religion, green religion, Tibet religion, and Russian religion. Which they even have a very small portion of Korean religion in their country, so that makes them really diverse. Red religion, on the other hand, they don't like the green. That's about it, actually. That's all they don't like. They don't like the red religion. They will go ahead and yeah. It's an entire mess over here. They're more free with their religion. They just want most of the majority to be red religion. That's about it. And now if we go ahead and get off of the Middle Eastern area and we look back at the French. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, the French. As last episode we had the red religion beginning to remove all green religion all the way over here, which will now look like this, as they'll even begin to remove some of the northern Italian religion. This is when the French will say, hold on, you've gone way too far, you need to chill on removal of people's religion. We believe in all religions down here. Yeah, that's one thing that the red religion did not like. So now the blue team is beginning to do an entire quote unquote cleansing of the oh, hold on, give me 1 second. There we go. They're beginning to do an entire cleansing of the red religion, quote unquote cleansing. So they'll clear the entire these islands all the way down here, which they're also beginning to do it in the mainland all the way up here. So yeah, the pink team religion will also do a little bit, but not too much, as again, they don't exist in the country map along with the orange team, southern Italians and northern Italians, and the red team. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As even a red religion had spread all the way over here. Though they do not control these lands anymore, they cannot cleanse them, quote unquote cleanse. Though they will cleanse a little bit of the brown team religion over here. That way they can still have a bunch of influence over here. That's kind of it. So right now the entire world is doing a lot of atrocities, stuff like that. So yeah, though they will not spread in much more religion down here, they will like do that. They will just do that. That's about it for the religion they're going to be spreading. And this is when we're going to have something happen. The red team despite being gone for so long, they want their independence. Like, badly. They want their independence. That way they can keep their religion safe without having any of the pesky French doing anything about it. Now, I believe this is the same color that was in the original red team. So if it's not, oh well, don't care less. We're going to have major rebellions appear throughout France for the red team, including some areas they had previously not conquered, means all the way over here, even all the way up where the original green team used to be for the first episode. So yeah, the red team, this much of a rebellion, these islands all the way down here, and a little bit through the African territories down here. Even original orange team territories right there, you begin to say, we want freedom for the red team. Stuff like that. As we'll also begin to see the red team spread their influence all the way over here in the Iberian region. And that forces France to go in shutdown mode. As we will continue to see the French block off any ports that's coming in or out as they believe that the red team is getting supplied. As they will continue to think that before another rebellion appears. And it's all the way over here. Yeah. As you can tell from the color, the orange team is back. Just a little bit darker. Actually, make it a little, you know what, just full orange at this point, sure. As they'll completely get all territories down here. And they'll make a little bit of a trade deal with the Red Rebellion, like, give us all previous territories that used to be ours, and we'll support you. So now the Orange Rebellion looks like this. The Red Rebellion looks like this now. And what do you know? Another rebellion appears, and it's from one from way long ago, all the way up here. Not in the original placement. The original placement was all the way down here where the Iberian Union resides now. So they'll have two huge major parties appear from one point from up there, and another huge one all the way from down here, which will completely block them off from the Mediterranean in the Iberian Peninsula. So now they only have access through here, but there's a very thin corner. And I'm not going to discuss any other rebellions, as they're probably going to become free countries or something like that. The red team over here, they cannot do anything, as they are extremely poor and they kind of rely on French money. Yeah, the Francs. Yeah. And now we'll see another rebellion appear. It's going to be a previous one before the World War I, whenever the French had taken over our country, all the way over here. It was originally another red nation, but I don't want red on red, so it's going to be a darker red. Yeah, another blue nation will appear. Used to be a very historic one, all the way right here. Around that color almost. And, they're like, hey, give us back some of our territory. The red team in right now is being very resilient, handing over a bunch of territories. Yeah. So the blue team will continue to spread their country throughout France, where at this point they'll look something like this. Yeah. At the end point, the French are kind of evident to lose a bunch of land in this, as they'll become a regional power rather than a major power. And that leaves the Koreans, the Thailands, Northern Indians, the Greeks, the Russians, the Russos, the English, Scottish, the Danish, surprisingly, Iberians, the top nation over here, excluding colonies, is going to be the Floridians. Yeah, yeah. And now, let's look at the religion layer again. Yeah. Yeah. As we'll see, pro-Iberian rebels appear. We just take the color and just darken it. And they'll appear all the way down over here where they'll expand around this point. They're kind of a thing where no one wants them, but everybody wants them. Kind of like Mongolia, no one else wants it, but it has to be there for mutual benefits, stuff like that. So the pro rebels will be all the way down here, even spreading into the Americas region where they had previous territories, like around that much land. That's actually about it. As now we'll begin to see the French fight back before another rebellion appears. Yeah. As we will see the French lose territory right there. As this rebellion is pro-Yugoslavian. As they believe the right path for their own nation is to join back their own predecessors, Yugoslavia. Yeah. As now we'll begin to see the French fight back. Heavily. As they'll quickly begin to invade into the red team territories all the way down here where they'll almost fully get rid of it before returning into a stalemate. Now this region, however, is going to be very difficult for the French to invade due to the Andes Mountains being over here. So that kind of shields off these other 4 rebellions, I guess. So the French, again, are going to have a little bit of trouble. Like, they'll gain around that much. And the French are going to go and grab that much territory, or regain that much. And the French are going to do a little bit of behind stabbing, where they'll regain that much right there. And they'll make a successful landing right around this area. Yeah, now we'll begin to see the French invade into the Iberian territories of the old country right over here, where they'll just look like that now. And now, the return of a new nation, old one, but new. All the way up here, where we will see the Dutch, Danish, Belgium country return after a very long time of being integrated into France, but now becoming their own rebellion again, where they want access all the way over here. So their capital would most likely be placed right here, where Belgium is. So I guess they want They want to regain most of their previous colonial territories, all the way no. They want regain their territories from all the way from up here, all the way down there. They want all of this. But too bad they won't be getting any yet. Sure. As we'll also see the French invade into this territory up here, but not too much, as they don't want to lose control of this area before the Belgians. I don't know how to say your country, nation, people. Before the Belgians begin to invade into the upper area of France, where they'll take over Normandy and a few other areas, like maybe Paris. Paris would probably be like right there, but Paris in this world is right there. And the red nation right here will also see this and be like, oh, I get it. So yeah, they'll fully encircle an entire area of troops which the blue with the French are like, wait, what? Wait, what do you mean they did this? So they're a little caught off guard before the, um, yeah, yeah. Now the red team is pushing back really hard now, as we will see the entire encirclement of these troops all the way up here, and they'll split up this area up here. Yeah. As now France will look like this, what they used to originally look like, with all their excess colonies. So now France is in their um, embarrassed age, is now they'll begin to push back heavily into these territories of the Red Nation, and yeah, they'll begin to invade into another rebellion all the way over here, where yeah, the French they'll just entirely just retake around this much and continue to invade into the Northern Italian rebellion, which they'll just go ahead and yeah, yeah, as though the French have retaken around this much territory. Now the red team is on the brink of extinction, except for down here, which they have fully pushed every single one back, where they have pushed everyone back. And they'll even begin to invade into the Saharan area a little bit, only taking around like key areas, but just not much. And this is when they'll begin to retake areas, and they'll successfully reland all the way over here. And they'll successfully regain this much territory and continue to re-liberate themselves, where now we'll basically have a giant stalemate. Yeah, this is the stalemate. As over here, the stalemate is not fully finished yet until the red team has done that and that, that and that. So let's look at the peace treaty as the French have surrendered. I said surrendered. Yeah, they had surrendered. All right, I just came back from a peace treaty, and I know it looks really messy, but so we are gonna have new countries reappear, and it's gonna be or old countries reappear. The red team, they reappear like this, and this is their African colony. Now we'll go ahead and look at their peace deal that they had with the Germans, which they are a collapsing country, so they will be falling. So we have the red team taking that much territory. We have the Normandy team take that much territory. And then we'll see the Germans buy out this much land, which that's what crippled their economy. And we get the surrounding countries taking away quite a bit of land away from the French. Now the Yugoslavian territories. Now to the fall of the to the Germans, we will see multiple countries taking over this country. All right, I just came back from the Treaty of Germany, or the Treaty of Jur, as we will see the largest amount taken in, well, the most valuable parts taken of Germany is going to be from the capital regions, which we can go ahead and get rid of their capital. And we are going to see the most largest claim taken out of Germany, the Polish. They're going to take away this much. And now the Danish, that's what I'm just going to call them, or the Normandy, whatever. We're going to see them take away this much. The the Monaicans, they can take away this much. They'll take away this much, and we'll see the Northern Italians take away this much. So now we got East Francia, West Francia, Northern Francia, Southern Francia, Southwest Francia. So yeah, that's an entire thing. Yeah, this is not true yet, or true at all. We will actually see the Polish, if they wanted to, they could just invade into Denmark and just link up with the Atlantic Ocean, or take up this entire region entirely, and then soon invade to Latvia. Yeah. Let's go and plop down everyone's capitals now. As we will see, the capital of the orange team, their capital will be placed back right here. No. I'm trying to remember where their capital was. I think it was there. If not, I don't know. As we will see, the old capital of the Northern Italians being taken away, as their old capital was right here. Their new one will be placed right there. Now the red team, their capital will be placed right here, where their old capital was. Now the Normandy team, their old capital was like there, but their new one will be placed right around here where they had recently just taken territory from. Right there. No, their capital will be placed right there. Yeah, that looks better. And now the southeast Iberian country down here, their capital will be placed right there, and the forgot what this country, Galicia country right here, their capital will be placed here. And there, that's where their capital will be placed. And that's most, oh yeah, over here. All of this new territory that the Iberians had told their rebellion to go collect or go to. Boom, Iberia now. Yeah, they made themselves a little bit bigger. And a little bit smaller, because if you look here, the original size was like all the way down there. But now they look like this. But it was for the cost, as now they'll even take away all of this land over here. Now the number one country is not France anymore, though they are still in the top 10. They've dropped down to 7. They're not first, now they're 7th. Yeah, that's a huge drop off. Yeah. As now, if we look at China over here, northern China and southern China, we will see a union. Now the ideology layer has not been updated yet, but they're not a part of the Northern Chinese is not part of the World Committee, which also has to be updated now. But we'll also see the Northern Chinese join on the World Committee last second. And boom, now they can fully unite, which they will completely. They will unite. And which I'm just gonna move it real quick to more central area. Boom. And as I said beforehand, they will be uniting into a new color. Alright, this is the color I decided to come up with, and let's just go ahead and turn off the World Committee layer. And this is what we're gonna have them look like for their color. And I should probably just boom, boom. So now if we look at their colonies in the Americas, their colony has become one giant one. So yeah, this is what the Chinese look like now, as this is a very dangerous country as a military alliance. They're not in any economic alliance. They are in the same one. So they saw a huge potential ideology for the Northern Chinese. They're actually in a mix between the two, but again, we can update whenever I do the update for this. Now capitals. It'd be hard to say where their capital would be, because between these two, their capital would probably be right here where this city is, but they probably decided to move it more inland. That way it would be harder for invaders to take, most likely. So they will go ahead and do so, as we will see them move it to this major city. This one actually, because it's not. The final say this is where the capital city will be for both countries. Since it's a union, both countries can leave freely, unless and there's an expiration date when you can leave, which is the last 100 years or 200 years, in between those. As a lot of blabbering today. Hope you all enjoyed today's episode, and peace out. Really close to episode 20. Look out for that.